What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here for episode 126 of Welcome to Wroxham, and today's season finale sees us preparing our passports hoping for a trip to Europe. So, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and let's go and see if we can secure that elusive place in European competition. So I've brought you on the schedule screen to show you what you've missed since we played Sheffield United in this game here. We then played Manchester City and got a 1-0 win at home. A little bit lucky because Astor Vranch got sent off for City in the 74th minute. We were already ahead though with a goal from Osman. In fact, I don't know why it's not showing my fixture screen. It's having a weird moment recently. Right, we then played Newcastle away, beaten 3-0. Goals from Thiam, Gonzalez and Ryan Evans. We've beaten Brentford 2-1. With goals from Thiam and Ritchie at the Brentford Community Stadium. And then to wrap up the season, we now play Bournemouth. And I'll give you a bit of a sit rep on the league. We're currently sitting in 7th place. We are 2 points behind Manchester United. Now, there could be an extra European place. There's a bit of a permutation to this. So, if we beat Manchester United, we should qualify for the Europa Conference League regardless, I believe, because Chelsea should take the place in the Europa League. Top 4 obviously take Champions League. However, there is the small matter of the Champions League final, which of course it won't let me click on from there, that would be too easy. There is the small matter of the Champions League final, which, when I remember where to find it, there we go. Is between Manchester United and Tottenham. Now, Manchester United are currently in the 6th spot we want, and Spurs are right behind us in 8th, just to make matters more confusing. And Spurs have got a game in hand over us, which they're playing after the end of the season, so we have to win today to have any thought of maybe getting in the Champions League or in Europe at all next season. Because obviously one of those guys winning is going to add a Champions League spot, but it might take the Champions League spot away from Arsenal, I'm not sure, which then rearranges things. Basically, we're on a bit of a knife edge here. We're playing Bournemouth, who sit bottom of the league anyway. United are playing Burnley, who sit just outside the relegation zone, having just survived relegation, only scoring 33 points. Tottenham are playing Leicester today, who are in 15th, so I'm expecting United and Spurs to be able to win their games. So this could be a bit of a dead rubber. We will find out, but let's go meet the lineup for today and see what we can get done. So our lineup today, quite familiar. I've rotated a little bit just to give some players a bit of playing time, but we're playing Bournemouth. We should be able to beat them anyway. We're starting with Garda in goal, Walters, Mercato, Schultz and Moraes at the back. Sayer, Emery, the holding midfielder. Sanchez is playing alongside Gonzalez because Nunez is injured. Gamar comes in on the right wing for Anthony Gordon because I felt like I needed to give him some more football. He's not played a lot this season. We've got Thiam and Ritchie up top. We've got Strecker, Kalaric, Griot, Youssef, Andrich, Evans, Burns, Gordon and Osman on the bench. I've just been playing with the squad, which is why there's so many players in there who aren't available. Let's get rid of those just so you can kind of see some of the players who are not making the team today. Pedro Porro not being picked, Angeloni not being picked, Rad Ahmed dropped off the bench and replaced by Kalaric because he's carrying that knock. There's no one else there I felt like could bring anything to the team immediately, so they're kind of on the cusp. We'll talk about squad and stuff for the transfer window once we know if we're going to be in Europe or not. So without any further ado, let's firm that and let's go to the dressing room. So we're here in the dressing room and I'm going to say we're on a good run and keep that going, shall we? It did nothing at all. So we're going to tell everyone to go make a difference and hopefully someone will get fired up and excited to do something. I'd like Tom Ritchie to get a goal. I haven't sorted out the tunnel interviews yet. I do need to sort it out and I will eventually remember to do that. So we're just going to send that away. Brereton Diaz playing for Bournemouth with Max Bird and Svilar, the only players who are, recognisable in this game universe. Eddie Howe returns to the Eddie Howe Stadium to take charge of Bournemouth. He's just been appointed following their relegation. Hopefully he'll bring them back up. We'd like to see that, but the game is underway. We've got an early highlight from Garda to Schultz, to Sayer, Emery to Mercato. I've yelled encouragement, which is going to backfire if we score here, but there's life. Walters, big ball over the top. Maya Silva breaks it up to West to Garavito. We win it back and Gamar now going on a run. Can Ahmed Gamar pull off some magic? He can't. He seems to have lost his bottle as soon as he saw the white line, and we are going to keep it at 0-0. Throw in now with Walters. Sanchez back to Walters. Can he get a good cross in? We know he's good at the byline to Tiam. Can't quite find him. Ventura wins the ball back. Ceballos with the ball forward to Brereton Diaz for Bournemouth. Plays it down the line for Allington. We've won it back though. Zaire Emery was alert to it just about. And Mercato to Sanchez. We can rebuild now. Walters going forward. Can Walters do something here to Gamar? Gamar, plenty of time, but he took too much. And Mercato to Sanchez. Back to Mercato to Schultz. We go again. Zaire Emery to Schultz. Schultz finds Sanchez. Sanchez has time. Dinks it over the top. Looking for Gamar on the run. Finds him. Gamar, plenty of time. Turns it. Plays it into Ritchie. Ritchie finds a ball to Sanchez. Sanchez with a pop. Gustavo Sanchez. I thought he put that wide. His second goal of the season. And we're ahead. And that is a small mercy. Tottenham have gone ahead at Leicester, by the way. I haven't seen a score in the United game yet. Chelsea not playing because they curiously played on the Saturday, not the Sunday. I'm not sure why, but such is life. Maybe they've been forced to share a ground with someone. I'm not quite sure how that's worked out. Either way, we'll let the table update in just a moment. We're up into 5th, which tells me United are still drawing. That is good times for us as Schultz plays it to Mercato. Can we make it 2? Get ourselves looking strong here. Walters to Sanchez, to Mercato, back to Sanchez, to Walters. Walters to Mercato now, and Sanchez again, forward ball to Tom Ritchie. Tom Ritchie plays it across the field for Moraes, the captain. Can he make an impact here? Plays it to Ritchie, to Tiam, and Abdoulaye Tiam. I think he was going to get called back for offside, but if he doesn't, we're 2-0 up, and if he does, we'll just keep this pressure on. How's it looking, boys and girls? Disallowed for offside. That had to happen. Unfortunately, we were always going to get something go wrong for us today, and he was offside. It's undeniable. I don't know why Ritchie tried to play a pass there. Could have held on to the ball, waited for the defence to fall back for a second, but it's fine. We're still 1-0 up. We're still in 5th. We're still looking okay. I've not seen a score from Manchester United just yet, so we'll see how this continues. So it's half time. Some updates from around the ground. United have gone ahead, so we are currently in 6th in the table, which is precarious. I think we're doing well. We can find another gear to take charge of this match. It feels like the one for us to be yelling at them right now. And I say yelling, we'll say it nicely. But even so, we'll tell everyone we have faith in them. Get out there, improve, do better. Let's get the second half underway. You'll see the table pop up in a second. You'll see United are currently in 5th place in the table as Dimitri, who picks up the ball for Bournemouth. They score now. We could be in real trouble. We do need a second goal to really firm it. And Ritchie has picked up the ball. Can he create something here? Ritchie and Tiam into play. Great stuff. Moraes over the top for Sanchez. Sanchez is through. Oh, Gustavo Sanchez gets his second goal of the game. It's only his 3rd goal of the season. And Gustavo Sanchez turns things on the final day. I say it like it's rare he scores. It's rare he plays. But he has scored twice in this game to triple his tally for the season. It's a great finish. Left foot half volley. And we're 2-0 up, and hopefully that at least confirms we'll take home the win today. It does take us out the threat of Tottenham as well, so we will hold place in 6th if we win this game. But Gustavo Sanchez trying to firm man of the match as Moraes plays it to Schultz, back to Moraes, to Zaire Emery, to Ritchie, who almost loses the ball, wins it back. Zaire Emery over the top to Gonzalez, who has not played well in this game so far, and that's not going to help his rating at all. Missing when it would have been easier to score. And I think he's probably going to come off shortly. So we've had 20 minutes to go. I've made some subs. I've sent on Clint Youssef at right back. I've sent Sidney Griot on in central midfield because Gonzalez and Walters were both looking complacent, and this is not a time for it. As Tiam breaks into the box, flicks it over the top looking for Ritchie, but can't quite find the air time. I say he didn't jump for it. I think Tiam was trying to score. But yeah, made a couple of subs. My entire bench is looking complacent right now, which is not what I'm looking for. I'd like someone looking fired up in case I do need to chase the game. But Man United is smashing Burnley as well, so 6th might be as high as we finished today. Mercato to Sanchez, and he's given the ball away to Qual, who puts the ball over the bar. And we do need to start looking a bit more fired up. In fact, I'm going to fire the boys up. There's nothing we can do about the United score, of course, at Burnley. We do just have to make something happen. I might just take some players off just to thank them for their service this season towards the end of the game. But in fact, I'll do it right now. So in injury time, I've made the subs. Nothing I think will impact the game. I think we're waiting for the final whistle. And we'll see in just a second where that leaves us in the table. We're in 6th, as I said. It could be precarious depending who wins what in the last few days of the season. But what that has done is confirm we will finish 6th in the table. We'll say nice work everyone, that was good. I don't know how that's going to shake out. I guess we'll see when we see the table in a second. Bit of a tunnel review, we'll do it just to give Jack Taylor a treat. Gustavo Sanchez's strike gave you an early lead there. Do you think it'd be a good day for your side when you saw it go in? Early goal was always a massive boost. How pleased was for your side didn't let Bournemouth get a single shot on target during the game? Honestly, didn't notice, but we'll say it was good. Let's look at the table then and what happened elsewhere. We are finishing the season 6th. Chelsea have played all their games. Spurs have a game in hand, but the best they can do is 7th, which if they win it, they're going to be playing Villa. They should do because of the goal difference. Around the grounds at Manchester United, they have beaten Burnley 3-1 at home. So that's how that happened. I'm not sure how anything else happened. There was no other games playing today that would affect us, of course. Tottenham losing to Leicester has put them in that predicament. So I'm going to do a little bit of a zoom forward now, and we'll see how the Champions League final shakes out. I put in a bid for Ben Dodd, by the way, because I was worried if we got to Europe we wouldn't have enough players who count as homegrown at the club, and Ben Dodd does, so he might be coming back for that. But I'll come back in just a moment. We'll see how the Champions League final shook out, and I need to see when the Champions League final actually is happening to see where that's going to shake out. That will help us immensely. Champions League final is happening on the 28th of May. It's going to be a couple of weeks. Okay, we'll come back for that. I'm expecting Spurs to win it, actually, because they've got that game in hand that comes in that week before the game. So they'll be slightly more match fit. We'll see how that goes. I'll rejoin you in a second, and we'll see how the Champions League final has shaken out for us. Okay, so the Champions League final has happened. Manchester United have won it, so at least we know what the score is there. It's probably got Spurs' manager fired as well, because he was on the brink. He has, in fact, got Spurs' manager fired. Interesting. Anyway, question from them. What's your reaction to being linked to a high-profile job at Tottenham? No. Bye. Anyway, we want to see. I was at the game just because I wanted to watch the final. I want to see what's going on with the Premier League. Well, we're confirmed for the Europa League for next season. There we go. That is quite the result for us. So, I think we're going to wrap the episode up there, guys. Thanks for watching. I shall see you all on Monday for the transfer special. I've already agreed to sign an England international. We'll see how that goes. I'll see who's in, who's out, and then we can get ready for our first European campaign. Till next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff, and I shall see you all very soon. Have a good one.